Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. It's that time again. Let's have a look at what happened. This is round number 59, and in order to cut down on some of the turn times, actually, I've started just moving some of the stuff, like just moving units around, you know, that you don't really need to see. It's just not like that interesting stuff particularly. I'm just going to do that, you know, a little bit before the game starts. If anybody has a big objection to that, let me know. But I just don't think that shuffling around, you know, like a few units here and there is actually going to make a huge amount of difference. I won't do anything that's going to be major, okay? So just so you know, if I'm planning an offensive or anything, I'm just not going to do that off camera. But I just think that it's been quite a slow game in the sense of that, you know, there's a lot of industrial development and a lot of building up. So things that are going to be, you know, just not that I wouldn't mind missing if somebody was doing a let's play, basically. Bearing in mind that I quite like to watch quite a lot of stuff. Like I'd rather have more detail than less, generally speaking. But you're not going to miss much. If people object in a big way, then I'll stop doing that. But it's just, I don't think that, like, you know, like just micromanaging, you know, from your perspective, it'll be like just seeing me move a few things into position here and there, you know, and just moving stuff around. I just don't think it's going to be that exciting. So I'm going to try and focus on the strategic stuff until at least a war kicks off, in which case, yes, then you'll get all the fine detail. Okay, let's have a look at the history. Nothing really much happened, to be honest. We had this group pushing down here. They're pushing into this territory that I took. So, sorry, that these non-aligned forces have kind of pushed back. That's what the AI does. It relies on that. It relies on taking over territory that you've lost. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We've developed Wasp. That was just some crappy aircraft that I just wanted to do so that I could get medium aircraft discovery. We completed research into rocketry. We've discovered charge Gauss small arms, which is great because we need that. And we've discovered nuclear plant and armor piercing optimization. This is all good stuff. I did spend a little bit of time going through going into the strategic map and just looking at where I've not got spies, and I've got loads more spies now into both Cael's and Hyde's lands here. So I should be able to have eyes on pretty much everything that he's doing. I haven't really got much in the way of stuff. For example, here, Border Town, I haven't got anything. So I've got a bunch of spy teams into all this. I want to see what my opponents are doing. Hyde's saying that he's got a really, really strong industry. He was kind of... He's got Industry 2 there in Dust Bowl. Got Industry 1 there. He's not got anything there. He's not got anything there. No, his industry's not that good. Unless I'm missing something. North Town, hold on. Okay, so he's got Industry 3 growing up like me. Okay, so his industry isn't bad, actually. So yeah, he's doing okay. Doing okay. Just make sure these guys are in range. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's doing okay, but I'm outpacing my rivals with regards to industrial output. I'm pretty sure, because I've got quite a lot of industry. I've got Industry 1 in most of my big towns now, I think. Oh no, that's not the case. No, I've got these 3 here that don't have industry in. Did I put one in here? No, oh yeah, I did. I have in Zwemberg, yes. So yeah, it's time to start increasing metal output, particularly. I've got to be a little bit careful because I'm sailing close to the edge when it comes to my metal reserves. I'm kind of building more than my metal reserves can like take, or my metal input. So I need to start increasing metal input. So I just upgraded a metal mine there. Let's have a look at the Military Research Council stuff. I think we're going to go with Charge Gauss small arms. I think the quicker we get a new model out, the better. Because if we do get attacked, I need to be able to field something that can get through heavy combat armor. And Charge Gauss has a chance, I think. I forget now exactly, but at least it's going to be better than Gauss rifles. Medium aircraft might be worth looking at. I'll go for a fighter. Oh, this is all propeller stuff still. It's just not worth it. I need to get... let's go to the Aircraft Design Council and just see what they're doing. I think they must be doing a linear tech. Oh no, they're going for jet engine. Okay, so they're already doing that. I wonder if I can... Yeah, I'd like to get that as fast as possible, actually. We need more bureaucracy. Models. I don't know. I just don't care at the moment. Don't think any of this is really going to be... Let me just remind myself which is the decent gun here. With this artillery. We've got a Little Thunder and we've got the Howitzer. The Howitzer is the 240mm. The Little Thunder is the 88mm. They were both different model designs, I believe. Yeah, this was slightly better structural design. They're still pretty crap. I probably want to build another artillery then. Let's go for a new design. We'll just go for the biggest one and see what we can get. Since we don't really need to build anything at the moment, or to design anything model-wise. We've got Protest and Unicron. This place is... I keep messing up here with Unicron. I think because I keep just kind of skipping through it too quickly and kind of get... I'm just like, oh, I can't be bothered to deal with this, but... Silver Range is okay. It's Unicron. Well, this one's not too bad. Oh, that's a lot of credits. That's a lot of credits. Let me just have a look at the... Let's just have a look at what my money issues are like. My money issues... okay, I don't have any money issues. Treasury cash flow overview. Yeah, we're making about 600 credits, nearly 700 credits. So I can probably afford to do that. I mean, I could just do autocracy instead. I won't bother. I'll go with... I'll just give them... Oh, I've got Brighthorn as well. Just give them the money. We've got plenty of money. Protest against income tax. We're not going to do that. I like trying to go for the meritocracy thing, but the problem is... Yeah, we've got more protests against the high income tax again. Yeah, the difficulty's too high. We're just going to have to give them the credits. Yes... We're going to open the embassies with Empire of Dick.
Roger that.
And access offer to ancient site. An envoy from Castello Republic has proposed as access to a famous ancient fortress in their republic. There's a typo there. I'd have thought they'd have got rid of all the typos in this game by now. Your private sector industrials would like to know, or would like to have sole access. Private sector industrials, yeah, this text needs sorting out. I might message Vic on this one. Just bear with me, folks. Okay, sorry about that. Normally I don't pause OBS because it means that it's a bit of an ugly cut, but that needs to be reported, and I've just I can't be bothered to be cutting and pasting these episodes too much because it's too much work. Okay, so only your industrialists or everybody should be allowed to visit. I think we probably want to be going into... I don't care about democracy. Let's go into enforcement.
Roger that.
Yeah, I guess people don't like that, but... Okay, so, yeah, there's not going to be a lot to do in this episode, to be honest. I am just still building things, for the most part. I'm going to try and get out as many troops as I can. I'm still basically pushing out troops, because I want my opponents to see waves of troops, like lines of troops. Even if they're not the best troops, it doesn't matter. The fact is, there's lots of them. I think that's what they need to see. So I am just going to keep getting. Let me have a look. Still not got motorized machine gun infantry. I'd like to get that as soon as possible. We've got heavy machine gun infantry brigade. These are pretty useful too. They don't take so many troops either. Let's get one of those up. And these can be used to stop infantry wave attacks. I think that like just having plenty of troops. I've got loads and loads of troops. I've got loads of recruits. I've got loads of money. I'm not sold on this whole thing about keeping all your population in just so you get a little bit of an industrial point boost. I just don't think it's that important actually. I mean, it might be in a very long, protracted out game. Maybe I'd honestly rather have the troops because yeah, it's all well and good having a high industrial power, but if you like, especially look, I've got loads of industry. I'm going for what, industry 3 here in 2 turns. I've got industry 1 up in Clyde and a few of the others. Yeah, my industry's pretty good. My security's pretty good now as well, I think, because I've got barracks up everywhere too. So, or I'm starting to get barracks up. So bureaucratic, if you remember, I was trying to push up for bureaucratic officers really like quickly. That really does need to go up. But I can't at the moment. I can't build any more things until some of the stuff that I'm already building is done. If you have a look, next turn. Well, next turn there'll be a few things done, but next 2 turns there'll definitely be, you know, some metal freed up. So I just want to keep pumping out troops, because the more troops that I have, the better. Even if like the way that Shadow Empire works, right, is this: you have action points, and it takes action points to attack. And even if you stomp your enemy with infantry, you're still it's gonna stop you. Then your infantry get beat, they fall back, they replenish. So if you've got lines of infantry, even if they're kind of crap, that's still better than not having the infantry there. So like having 1, 2, 3, 4 lines is better than having 2 lines, even if the front line don't have very good weapons, because it gives you that extra time to kind of figure out what he's doing. Go, okay, right, he's fielding this, I need to build this kind of tank or whatever. So this is not enough. Like, Cael's a really good player, by the way. He's like, especially when it comes to power gaming, his empire, he's thinking about it, and he's really pushing for every advantage, where I'm a little bit more careless in that, because I kind of, I don't know. Like, I can enjoy that if I want, but it's just too time consuming. I've got too much on at the moment to be able to really go through every zone, go through every stratagem, figure out, I mean, he's probably going to win because he's doing stuff like that, and that's absolutely fine, but I don't care as long as it's fun. However, the mistake he's kind of making here is, look, this is not enough to stop anything. Even if these are like super high-tech troops, which they aren't at the moment, and I know he's got lasers and he's got, really high-tech stuff, so he can quickly upgrade them, but it's like, if I let's say that I got I just didn't care about the happiness penalty. I got like a bunch of tanks and then just rolled in. But these are gonna die, right? And I'm gonna have taken like this much territory off him before he ever gets anything out. He might be able to quickly, like, he's only got roads, look, like, and these dirt roads as well. So by the time he's got anything up to kind of defend this, I've taken like one of his zones. So this is kind of, you've got to be careful doing this. It's not enough, right? In the same way, if Cael was like, okay, look, I don't care about the happiness penalty that I'm going to get, because we've got 100, we're friends, right, at the moment. But if he decides, okay, I don't care about that, or if I decide I don't care about that, one of us just attacks, he's not going to get anywhere, because he's gonna hit this front line of troops. Even if he comes at me with a whole load of tanks, like even a whole load of tanks, it's not going to get through these mountains, right? So even these troops with like assault rifles, whatever they're fielding, these guys have got Gauss rifles, but like they're gonna, even against assault rifles, they're not going to do enough damage to get through these. They can't even get the mount. They don't think they'll even get tanks into some of these mountains. Low mountains, grassy. Yeah, it's a minus 50% modifier for tanks, and they already get a big penalty fighting against soft targets anyway, unless they've got howitzers on them. And are you fielding howitzers? Okay, that's fine, but then you're not fielding stuff that can take out armor. Okay. So, and I've got plenty of guns here. So this is just the sort of stuff that I'm talking about. Let's get these guns down here, look. Let me just see where... This is the first. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might get these guns actually attached to the first, because these are nicely entrenched in here. And these are on field training. They don't need to be on field training anymore. This stratagem's no use anymore. Let's get them on entrench. If I've got one. Come on. That's what I'm trying to do. So first infantry want to be on entrench. So stratagem. Okay. Yeah, these guys now are going to have like 200 entrenchment. They're going to be really 250 lucky in some of the big mountains. So these are going to be really, really hard to move. They're well dug in, and they're like, so I think Cael will quite rightly be thinking, oh well, he's not going to attack me because he's going to take a huge happiness penalty. Like if I was to like move over here and attack, look, I'd get 10 happiness damage. This is kind of big, right? And it's going to piss people off, right? But it's still possible. You might roll 16, not 1600, right? So, it is possible. If you want to surprise attack somebody and you don't mind taking that big penalty, actually something you can do. So, you know, just bear that in mind. You don't want to do that. That's not really a good strategy, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, thanks for coming to my TED talk on lines of infantry. But you know what I mean, right? So you really want to be, you know, layering up your defenses, even in open ground. Even in open ground, it's still effective. And the great thing about having lines of infantry, right, is that if he rolls in with something really hard and he manages to break through this, like let's say he, you know, uses nukes to get through all these mountains, whatever, and then he armored gets through, my infantry disperse into these mountains here, and then he's got to come and get me, because if he doesn't and he tries to get through this way, then I just move in and take, you know, I just cut his supply line. So this is a really like bad situation for him. I did my hard diplomacy at the start of the game, and that probably fostered some ill will, really, like in game, you know, because the player and I are kind of buddies, but like, you know, in game that fostered some ill will because I was throwing my weight around. But look, man, look at the strategic advantage I've got now with this, the defense of this. And all I've got to do is get another. I need to get another one of these. I might get these machine guns down here, so that we've got another one. So he can't just come through these mountains and go round me. I need to really have the whole border like this. I want troops on all this border now. There's no reason why I can't do that. It might be nice going up into the heart profile at some point, so that we can start getting things like, hold on, where are we? Friendship, is it? Sorry, I forget which one. That's it, the character loyalty bonus, and you get the people loyalty bonus, morale bonus, that's it. So you start getting the morale bonuses, because the morale bonuses are really good, because you don't have to pay troops as much, basically. When you're fielding a huge amount of troops, there's just, you know, it saves a lot of money. Alright guys, that's about it, I think. I don't think there's very much more I can do here. I want to save some political points just in case I need them. Kind of do need to build more metal stuff, but like we'll just leave it for the time being. I want to gradually build. I've built 1,000 of these ammo this turn because I am preparing for war now. I think I might start. I think I am going to start reducing the relationship here to see what he does. Yeah, provocate. I think I'm going to start doing some provocation. Mind you, that's really hard. Yeah, I'll leave that for now because I think that's going to be that's going to be actually difficult to do. I think we probably have to remove our embassy first before we start provoking them. And I'm not ready. I'm not quite ready for it yet. I'm starting. I think that with my push to increase bureaucratic output, I think that I'm going to start catching up with him unless he is also increasing the amount of factories that he's got. And I don't think he's done that a great deal. This is his big city, isn't it? Oh no, this is a smaller one. Cycling 4. Demetallization 2. Okay, yeah. He's got some high-tech stuff, I'll give him that. Got industry. He's got one industry 3 there. I know I looked at this last turn, guys, so I apologise if this is a bit boring for you, but I've forgotten what he had. He's actually got Industry 4 up in Phoenix Command now. Yeah, he's actually started to get some decent industry up too. I don't want to lose my industrial advantage. I've got to get more industry up because I've got to keep a pace of him. I've got to keep ahead of him with regards to that. I think that's about it though. I don't think he's got like more, you know, as many industry as me. I think he's just got that big Industry 4. I'm going to immediately build Industry 4 here so I can keep up, and we're going to start putting up, like, you know, the second level of industry on the other towns. So I've got Industry 2 everywhere. I don't want to. He's kind of risking things here because if he didn't see it, I mean, I by the way, I credit Cael with way more intelligence than this. But if he somehow made a blunder here and allowed me to get through here and threaten Phoenix Command, it's game over for him. He's only really got this one here as well. And I'm taking Phoenix Firebird Landing would mean I'd be within striking range of these two. By the way, I'm making it sound a lot easier than it would be. Look at this territory he's got to defend. You know, and again, he can do the same trick as me by getting infantry on these and then using it to cut off supply lines. You're going to need a lot of infantry for an invasion like this. A lot of troops. And it's going to be infantry, I'm afraid, and walkers, because tanks suck in forests. They're just really, really bad luck. Minus 50 modifiers. They can't even get into... minus 75 modifier in here, but they can't even get into high mountains. Okay, yeah, anyway, so that's that. And... what else did I do just while off screen? Yeah, I kind of surrounded these guys. He's kind of pushing in and I surrounded them. I'm trying to push some of this stuff back. This Yeah. Yeah. There's not a lot I can do here. I've just got to kind of move this new brigade up, this 10th infantry. I'm going to try and push back up here and just take some of this territory. Because Castello Republic are pushing in, and like I'd like to take that if I can. The more territory I've got, the better, really. Okay, that's it, guys. I'll catch you next time. Take care.